Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to discuss the highlights of the 45th GST Council meeting chaired by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in Lucknow along with the group of ministers. So the most awaited and the most crucial point was of the petroleum products, that whether the petrol and diesel will be included in the GST or not. So they have clearly mentioned that no petroleum products will be included in the GST as for now because the time has not come yet for it. This was their statement. Another important highlight was from the pharma sector that the costly medicines such as the Zolgensma, Viltepso related to the muscular atrophy, they have been exempted from the GST because these costly medicines, these drugs cost around 14 crore rupees. Concessional tax rates on COVID-19 medicines. This concession has been extended till 31st December 2021 with keeping in mind the pandemic is going on. That's why. Import of leased aircraft and the goods imported under lease, they have been exempted from the IGST. IGST refers to the integrated GST. Means these import imported leased aircraft and the goods imported under the lease, they have exempted from the double taxation. Earlier, IGST was being imposed with the other taxes, but now IGST has been exempted, and this sector is exempted from the IGST, which benefits the domestic industry and the aviation sector both. Next one is the 5% GST on the food delivery apps like Swiggy and Zomato. This is not an extra tax, this is just a swapping of the taxation system of collection and remitting the tax. Earlier system is the which is the present system. The restaurants levy the 5% GST on the food provided by them. They collect and remit the tax to the government. But now the system will be the food delivery apps from which the food is ordered by the customer. So these apps will collect and remit the tax instead of the restaurants. So this is not an extra tax. This is just a swapping of the taxation system of collection and remitting the tax. Tax on fortified rice. Fortified rice means which is much more nutritious, protein, vitamin content, which has much more good content in it. So this is the fortified rice, which is available under the ICDS scheme, Integrated Child Development Scheme. So the tax on it has been reduced from 18% to 5%. Cancer drugs, the GST on cancer drugs, it also been reduced from 18% to 5%. So this is a very good and relief for the patients undergoing the cancer treatment. This will surely gonna uh, lower down their bills and the expenses incurred on their treatment. The next one, which we're gonna talk about, is the GST on the footwear and the ready-made garments and fabrics. Now, what footwear? Which footwear? Which category of footwear and ready-made garments and fabrics uh, are under the GST have been changed? So, GST have been increased from 5% to 12% on footwear, which is less than 1,000 rupees, and the all the ready-made garments and fabrics. The ready-made garments and fabrics, irrespective of their cost, the GST increased from 5% to 12%, and on footwear, which is lesser than the costing less than the 1,000 rupees, the GST has been increased. So this is not a good news for the customers because most of the customers, uh, uh, major chunk of the population come under the this category of India. So this is not a good news, but we expect that the cost will not go much. The manufacturers will take care of the cost, and we expect that the customers don't have to pay more. But technically, the tax and factually the tax has been increased by 7%. Now the special composition scheme have been brought out for the brick kilns, which with a turnover threshold of 20 lakh rupees, and which is applicable from the next financial year, which is the 1st April 2022. Now bricks will attract a GST at the rate of 6%. Those manufacturers, those who want the input tax credit system, they will have to pay the 12% GST. Those which don't want the input tax credit system, they will have to pay half of it, which is the 6%. So earlier the tax was the 5%, but now the composition scheme has been launched, which is applicable from the next financial year, that the input tax credit system, who want the input tax credit system, they will have to pay 12% GST. Who don't want the input tax credit system, they will have to pay only just 6% GST. But the threshold has been set, though the brick kilns which have the turnover of threshold of at least 20 lakh or more, they will come under this category. So UP, Uttar Pradesh is a state which is going to benefit from this composition scheme. So, and the elections are going to come in the next few months in the Uttar Pradesh. So maybe this move could have been uh, play a major role in there. So what this will mean for the customers and what this mean for the buyers of homes, flats. So the flats, the cost of the flats, the cost of the property will be going to increase surely, because of the taxation system which is the have been put out in place from the next financial year. And the developers, we expect that developers will take care of the costs, so that the buyers don't have to pay much amount due to this taxation system. But the cost will surely of the bricks, and because which is the bricks are the basic construction material, are the most used construction material in any construction, obviously. So this is will have a major impact on the cost. One more thing about the national permit fee, which is charged by states for the goods, vehicles, and carriers to operate throughout India or in the contiguous states, has also been exempted from the GST. Now, this permit fee, which were earlier under the GST regime, is not is also been totally exempted from the GST. So, it's a good news for the goods, vehicles, and operators of that carriers. Now, the next thing is biodiesel. Biodiesel is used for blending with the diesel and used in the automotive products. So, the GST on biodiesel has been reduced from 12% to 5%. Biodiesel, we all know that the is derived from the natural resources and organic resources, renewable resources, and results in the lower emissions uh, from as compared to the conventional diesel. So it is used with blending in the conventional diesel and used in the vehicles. So the GST rate on this has also been reduced to 5%. Now the next is on the locomotives and railway parts. So the GST has been increased on this from 12 to 18% to correct the inverted duty structure. Now what is inverted duty structure? Explain in my next video. But on locomotives, means the engines of the trains and the certain railway parts, the GST has been increased to 18%. Now the next one is renewable devices. GST of 12% will be applicable on specific renewable devices. And one more thing, that the skill programs which are 75% funded by the central government, 75% or more funded by the central government, will now be exempted from the GST. Earlier, the skill programs wholly funded by the central government and states were exempted from GST, but now the partially funded skill programs, such as which have the funding of 75 or more of this from the central government, will now be exempted from the GST to give boost to the skill development and employment generation of India. Now that's all. These were all the important highlights of the GST Council meeting. For more updates, please be updated with our channel. One important thing which is coming out of this highlights of this council meeting, according to the exams point of view, is the topic of inverted duty structure. It is a part of economics subject and it is very helpful. It can be asked in exams such as UPSC civil services exam and the other competitive exams which people are preparing for. So please be updated with our channel to know about this topic, inverted duty structure. I'll explain this in my next video. So till then, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and till then, take care. And I'll be soon be back with the new video explaining about this topic. Thanks a lot.